Salvete, sons of Rome. As the capital of the Roman Empire, you might picture Rome, Ravenna, Mediolanum, or Constantinople, but not the German city of Trier. But how come that exactly this city was the capital and seat of various emperors from the 3rd to 4th centuries AD? I will explain this to you over the course of this video. Before delving into our main topic, I wanted to give you guys an overview of Trier's rich Roman history until the point where it gets to today's video. So Trier was founded on the banks of the Mosel River in Germany by the Romans under their Emperor Augustus in the 1st century BC. The Romans gave it the name Augusta Treverorum. Augusta Treverorum translates to the city of Augustus among the Treveri. From the 1st century BC onward, Augusta Treverorum was just a city like any other. Only since the crises of the 1st century, it began to rise to prominence. When Emperor Diocletian ended the crisis of the 3rd century and started the Tetrarchy, Trier was chosen as capital of the Praefectura Galliae, which reached from Britannia over Germania and Gaul to Mauritania. In the year 293 AD, the Roman emperors began to reside in Trier, with Emperor Constantinus I Chlorus being the first. After Emperor Diocletian's abdication in 305 AD, Constantinus I became Augustus of the West and Severus II followed as Caesar of the West, whilst in the East followed Galerius as Augustus and Maximinus as Caesar. From this point onward, Trier was the most important city of the western half of the Roman Empire. Because of Trier's new status as capital and residence of the emperors, magnificent buildings were constructed to display the city's wealth, splendor, and imperial prestige. The most notable ones are the imperial baths, which sadly never were finished as baths, but were repurposed as barracks for the soldiers, and the Aula Palatina, also known as Constantine's Basilica, because it was built by Constantine. The imperial baths were started by Constantine's father, Constantinus Chlorus, shortly before 300 AD, and were reminiscent in structure to the baths of Caracalla and the baths of Trajan in Rome. Just like its inspiration, it was divided in terme and palestre. It measured 160 to 130 meters. The main bathhouse was west of these training grounds. Its construction as baths halted in 316 AD, it was never finished as such a building. The Aula Palatina was also constructed around a similar time. It contained a hypocaust system in the walls and floor, which was typical for Roman villas and houses in general. The floor tiles were made out of black and white marble and it lacked columns like any other typical early Christian church and Roman basilica. It also was part of a larger palace complex, and many other buildings of various purposes were attached to it. In the year 318 AD, Trier once more was just the capital of the Praefectura Praetoria Galliarium. It only became again an imperial residence under Valentinian I in 367 AD. Emperor Gratian resided for most of his reign until his assassination in 383 AD within the city. In 407 AD, many Germanic tribes like Gauls, Vandals, Alans, and Suebi invaded the province and its capital was relocated to Arles on the Rhone. This was not the end of the Roman Trier, because it stayed as part of the Roman Empire until 451 AD, when it was lost to the Franks. Trier was sacked by the Franks in 435 AD. After the Frankish sack, the end of Roman rule along the Mosel and Rhine River close to an end, but another sack, this time by the Huns in 451, wouldn't end Rome's grip on the city. Trier was finally lost to the Franks by 485 AD. The city's last Roman administrator was Arbogast. Until today we know nothing about those sacks, but what we know is that Trier as a Roman city stood firm, and that it finally fell out of Roman hands 10 years after the Western Roman Empire had collapsed. Because of those harsh and tumultuous times, the population of Trier was reduced from an estimated 80,000 in the 4th century to just 5,000 by the start of the 6th century. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and Valete.